points, but now 3 teams remain. Nongshim Red Force, RRQ, and D plus Kia. 2 South Korean teams and 1 Indonesian team. Who will be the one to claim the first chicken dinner of day 3 of the Macau finals?
Well, let's see what's going to happen here. Nongshim Red Force looking really good. They are on fire. 94 points. RRQ at 93. D plus. This is going to be intense, folks. Still quite a few eliminations there. Remember, first place, 10 placement points. 116 is the mark, though. If any team's able to hit 116, the next game, all they got to do is win one more, and this tournament is over. D plus far away from that mark, and they want to close that gap right here and right now. So let's see what D plus can do. They got a lucky zone shift before, but not this time. The zone does move away from them. Nobu is in this circle, though, and Nobu gets a nice knock. So the rest of his team, yeah, going to be rotating onto him. A beautiful rotation from D plus Kia here.
I mean, really, if you are the side of Nongshim or RRQ, want to get as many points as possible this game, just so in maybe the next match on the Wrangle, you can actually make it in the Smash Zone.
Yes.
So that's going to be what they're hoping for. And this will be a very important finish, actually, Hodgix, to deny points. If you cannot win this game, go out to the blue zone or nade yourself, Molotov yourself. I don't care. You don't want to give those extra points to your direct competition here for the trophy. As RRQ, I feel like that's going to be the team that's really going to be in the hot seat. This circle, they're in it for now, but stage 8, I'm telling you, it's looking insanely unlikely they will be in a good spot. So without any vehicles whatsoever from what I've seen, this game just doesn't seem like it's going to be headed the way of RRQ. It might just be down to D plus Kia and Nongshim Red Force as D plus. Look at the setup on the map right now, Hodgix. An amazing 2-2 split. They're putting down all the cover flares. They get an airdrop just because why the hell not, I guess. D plus looking insanely well set up. They need to go for the win here if they want to have a chance at redemption in these finals.
Even if one of these teams gets every single elimination and wins the game, it's not enough to hit Smash, but it could be enough to rocket launch you into first place. So let's see what happens here. RRQ, Nongshim, gonna try to make things happen. The better the performance here, the easier it is to reach that Smash Zone in one of the next games. And D plus just trying to put themselves in contention here. And this is how you do it. They have the north side. Oh, they're rocking a 2-2 split. I love what D plus is doing. They're always putting one player just right in the edge of the zone, and they have the rest of the squad try to get to him. But there's 30 seconds left on the clock. This is the last zone shift here. It's going to come down to who fights first at this point, right? That's what it's going to really happen. As, yeah, RRQ throwing some nades, just trying to see if they can get a lucky knock, but no one's there.
No, it's just trying to create dips, actually. You know about the damage, just about creating those little bit of safe haven inside the play zone, which I believe one of those nades actually did create a dip in the circle. So if they can make it there, that would be huge. They do have one car in working condition. Does it still have gas, though? Not sure, but I do believe it should. So, yeah, those cars able to be protected, especially that one Roadster that does pick up speed very quickly in the most recent updates to the game. So if they can use that to get to that dip, that could be huge. And actually, it's going to be Gemfos going to be out there creating that dip. He just crashed for a split second. Luckily enough, none of the bullets connect for D+. But Gemfos making it forward as Nodbull does get knocked. D+ might be missing out on a chance to get that chicken dinner as the circle really favoring none of these teams. But Nongshim Red Force remaining silent might be able to go for a nice third party to lock in that win.
Let's see what happens. RRQ just trying to get to safety here. XZY is able to get the confirmation onto Nolbu. Meanwhile, Fabian gonna have to hit some shots here to help out his teammates. As Nongshim Red Force, here they come on the push. Chips is there with a shotgun. Does get one. Can he get two? He can't. So Nongshim Red Force taking full advantage here of that split, and they punish D plus Kia. That is them eliminated. It is now Nongshim Red Force versus RRQ. Here they come, trying to come on the third party here. Here comes the full squad. They are sending it 2 versus 2. So easy, getting some nice shots there on a Genfox. And with that,
MG3.
Oh, the MG3's out.
Oh, he's going for it. Come on, got to spam it. The nades coming in, though. He's going to find one so easy. XEY taking on out. The Molotov on Hyunbin. He's going out into the blue zone. He wants to deny the point, not give it away. And it is going to be RRQ. All the odds were stacked against them, and yet they make it happen. And not only is this a chicken dinner, Hodgix, it's a back-to-back from Miramar right in Toronto.
Are you kidding me? Just how many points is RRQ gonna get? This back-to-back chicken dinner has got to be the most points we have seen in just 2 matches from a squad. They win the last one yesterday. Oh yeah, they're excited. They're hyped. Their whole region's got to be pumped up because RRQ are looking to steal this tournament away in just a few matches.
They were in 4th position, right? Tied up with FURIA around, what is that, 90 points. So this game literally gives all the hope back to RRQ that maybe the first place is not out of the realm of possibilities. There's so much to break down in that finish, though. Really, the way Nongshim Red Force rock up on D+ Kia, I am a believer that should have been instantly shut down by D+. The way they were able to rock up that mountain with a car, I'm so surprised. And actually, once theory I do have in that game finish, Hot Jukes, is I think RRQ just let Nongshim Red Force push up so they could third party it. I feel like that was the idea. Send the boys forward, let them take the fight, wound each other, and then we can get the win. As Firen becomes your game MVP here on Rondo.
There you go, 4 eliminations there, 42% team contribution. Yeah, what a play there. I mean, I understand Nongshim Red Force, they saw the split. They're like, hey, let's go get these eliminations and hold the spot. RRQ did a great job by not hesitating, setting those 2 players up. And with that utility, they were able to just shut down Nongshim Red Force. A great game from so many of these squads, though. An unfortunate one, though, on the side of AURORA. They just couldn't get things kicked off here as they lose 3 players early on, and then once again, and then Doc not able to make it happen against S2G.
Yeah, it was a bit of a tough one, but these replays have been super interesting, and FURIA, Chief really just keeping the dream alive for his team. Really good play in that clutch as we look at also the POV of Doc. But I was thinking this could be the one time where the docketing actually saves AURORA and does something positive, but unfortunately S2G took him out, and that's a big issue when you try and go for a salvage play like that and you crash a car next to a rock. Everyone knows you are going to be hiding there, and S2G just thought, oh wait, a free car setup, it's a really good defensive spot, let's just send it. And it actually gets them really far in the game, so really good response from the Turkish team to get it done, as MCG though couldn't survive the incoming nades and utility from the side of NSR. And the push-up, I feel like this push-up in particular should not have been allowed in 1,000 years by the side of D+, but they still pull it off. And RRQ, though, rocking up, third-partying it with their utility and secure themselves. Literally, such an easy win. They didn't have to shoot a single bullet, it feels like, to get that win. So RRQ, again, on fire with the back-to-back wins.
Wow. In 2 games, Max, 46 points. Whew. How crazy is that? I mean, what a wild just comeback. Probably one of the most legendary ones I've seen, especially in such an intense lobby. But yeah, RRQ on top with 16. Nongshim are going to tie them with 16. D+ with 15. A lot of points. Very top heavy here. Overall, Influence Rage as well, getting some solid points on the board. And it's we're going to get 3 matches at least minimum today here, Max. That's for sure.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, generally, also going back to the game I was casting, and I was saying RRQ, no way they're going to win that game. I love being proven wrong when the team, all the odds are stacked against them, and like, there's no way they win that game, and yet they do it. What an impressive showcase. And really, I was expecting more from this team back in PMGO Season 1 because you got Lepar, Genforce, like it's such a stacked lineup when it comes to top-tier Indonesian players, and they finally deliver here. So RRQ really, really stoked about how they played in recent games. So, second page of the rankings, TIANBA only 5 points. That's going to be still half the amount of points they needed to get in the Smash Zone. I'm really excited to see the leaderboards because with the points that have been secured, could we have a new first place team? I believe Nongshim Red Force needed the actual win to be first place, but I feel like in second place, it might not be AURORA anymore. It might be another team.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if RRQ ended up taking that because, I mean, with 16 points, that is a wild way to happen. Okay, all right. So, yeah, all right. So AURORA, hold on. TIANBA still in first place, but RRQ are now tied with AURORA. What a crazy comeback.
What an insane step up from these guys. Also, D+ Kia, they were in 11th position, Hotchicks, before this game. Now in top 8, 80 points. That's a 31-point difference between themselves and first place. Technically doable. There is still hope for Nolbu to make it happen. But this is definitely looking insanely intense and close between every single one of these teams. But AURORA, that's the big issue, right? Their inconsistency. Sometimes they get these big 25-pointers. Sometimes they get these 4-pointers. Same for TIANBA, that's been a little bit topsy-turvy yesterday. And because of the point gap being so close for 116 points, Hot Jukes, anyone really from FURIA up to TIANBA could enter the Smash Zone. Six teams all at once could make it. your dream could still come reality, Hodgix. Your
I mean,
demands might become a reality in Game 2. Oh my goodness.
Sometimes you got to drop that gavel and just say, this is what's going to happen. And you know what? Sometimes it does, right? Let's get it going here as we're going to be going into Erangel. Rest of the lobby here, just way too far out at this point. I think with how the top teams are performing, I mean, it's just not going to happen, right? Hey, but D+, right? D+ did put themselves in the running for it, okay? So D+, Irina, AURORA, if they win this next game with like 10, 15 eliminations, sure, right? It's a possibility, but the likeliness of that happening and one of these top teams not reaching the smash zone is pretty crazy here. So we look at the elimination leaders, it's QZZ with 30, top right behind them with 28.
Well, I mean, Nolbu in particular here, they made it so far in this game, he's able to catch up a little bit to the likes of Hyunbin, Top, and QZ, but it's going to be, I feel like it's going to be down to literally the last few games we play. I mean, depending on which is going to be the last game, right? Because now we don't have anyone in the Smash Zone, but as you said, at least we're going to get 3 games, so that gives a little bit of a window of opportunity for Hyunbin and Nolbu to get a big elimination game and actually catch up to the big boys up there in Top and QZ. But in terms of damage, I feel like Top still might be number 1 because he plays with him in E14 usually, even though he couldn't really use as much as he wanted. But actually, second place is going to be taken away from QZ, and Loranzin from Influence Rage is going to represent Brazil here on the high stage and be second place just behind Top.
Loranzin making it happen there. Almost 6,000 damage. Way to go, Influence Rage. They're currently sitting in 5th place with 101 points. So again, folks, 116 is the goal. So a team has to reach 116 points first, and then in the next game or any game after that, if they win it, they are automatic champs. So just to kind of give a theory, right, Max? Let's say match 3, we have 5 teams in that 116 point range. If the 5th place team wins a game, they automatically are champions, right? So it's pretty wild to see, and I can't wait to see how things turn out here as the FMVB contenders. It's still between Top and QZZ, and it makes sense.
Yeah, this is always going to be the main conversation that's been happening pretty much since the group stage, right? And it just keeps going down that exact same pathway. So yeah, Top, QZ, who's going to be the one to secure it? Make sure to put your prediction down in the comments. We'd love to see who people think will be getting the trophy. Though it would really suck if Top gets another global MVP award and still can't win the global trophy. This man is cursed to some extent where he can easily get MVP, but the actual trophy, Hodgix, always taken away from his grasp at the very last second.
Well, you know what? He's got a lot more seconds left to go to make it happen. Let's see if he's gonna, as we're gonna go into Erangel in just a few minutes. see all the different artwork and support for all of these local squads right now. And man, we had a great rondo to start things off. We're going to get into the meat potatoes of this match as we head into Erangel. And the goal, 116 points once again. Right? The team gets that, wins the next game. This thing is
here, because so many teams could be making it in the Smash Zone this very game, overtake 116 points. How many teams do you think are going to make it this game?
I think we're going to see one. I think we're going to see one do it. It could be possible with multiple, but with how intense this lobby is, because every single team needs a win here. Even if you go all the way down to, we're looking at AURORA right here, right? AURORA have 79 points. They need a minimum 20-point game if they want to make some kind of crazy comeback. And honestly, I'm putting anything as possible, Max, considering that RRQ got 46 points in 2 games, right? So you never know. You never know what can happen here.
But I know what's going to happen. I activated my observation hub right now. I peeked in the future, 20 to 30 minutes ahead in time. And I see that TIANBA making the Smash Zone, and an extra team will also secure it. And who could it be? AURORA, RRQ, Nocturne Red Force, Influence Rage, FURIA, maybe. No spoilers, I ain't gonna tell you guys. No, it's I don't want to ruin the spectacle happening in front of your eyes. But I believe 2 teams will be making it here. Mainly because TIANBA can just literally have a mid-game, an average game, Hot Tricks, and they can still make it in 116 points. They just need 5 to make it. They're currently at 111. Super easy for TIANBA. Literally, even a bad game could push them up there. But then you're looking at AURORA, RRQ, all these other teams need 10 plus points. And it's just not enough points for the lobby for all these teams, in my opinion, to make it at the same time. We might have 3, 4, 5 teams be in the Smash Zone literally after the second Erangel. But for now, 2 teams, that is my prediction of how many is going to make it here. And based also on the plane, if it's good or bad, you know what, things could get a bit crazy and maybe all the top teams just get fully eliminated. That is an option that we have seen happens many times, especially during the group stage. But now, these teams are pretty much do or die for some of these squads, because you've got that ticking time bomb effect, Hot Tricks taking effect, that these teams at the bottom or in the middle of the rankings, if they want to have a chance at redemption, they literally need to show up now. Otherwise, their tournament run is pretty much over instantly.
Oh, man, that is pretty crazy. But it is correct, right? If you want to get a chance to make it happen, look at that. Goodness gracious. 6 fingers? Oh, he was getting ready.
Oh, he's training.
Look at that. Looking like a dang octopus at this point. Making those plays.
Is that a compliment or is that...
That is, dude. That's wild, you know? Just using everything he possibly could do, right, to make it happen. I don't even know how he has room on his screen to use all those fingers. You know what? But you got to do it. You got to make it happen.
Yeah, 6 fingers, man, on screen. I don't know. I feel like my brain would just melt. My CPU brain is just not strong enough right now to use that. But yeah, that's Federal. That's how we got the pistol double eliminations just a few days ago, right? That's how we could do it with the 6 fingers. So, looking at the POV of our previous back-to-back chicken dinner squad was going to be RRQ. Can they make it 3, which really does not happen often in a global grand finals. Back-to-back already is rare. Now, 3 in a row, they would definitely put their name in PUBG Mobile Esports history for doing so here on the Macau Invitational stage. Everyone just locked in, looking at their screen, training on the spawn island, I'm pretty sure. Taking a few shots, seeing if they are feeling it this game. And I do have a bit of a spoiler. I see the plane path on the right side of my screen, Hot Jukes, and it's pretty damn good for literally every team in this lobby.
Well, let's just take a look and see just how good as we get into Erangel. That is right, match number 2. Let's get it going here for the PUBG Mobile Macau Invitational 2026 Grand Finals. All right, the plane path looks like it's going to be going from south to north as we have AURORA top, currently the MVP contender. QZZ right behind him, and AURORA are going to be heading to Sosnovka.
That is good. For a period of time now, Hodrick's about winning the tournament. Thunder Talk, it's still not game over when it comes to the race for PMWC, even though they're solo on the rankings. Luckily enough, LGD and Weibo are even lower than their position on the leaderboard, so there's still an opportunity for Thunder Talk to do well. They're just going to remain consistent and keep LGD and Weibo at bay. If they do so, I feel like Paris is definitely achievable for them to secure their plane ticket. So Thunder Talk, I feel like that's why they're playing a bit more passive, because they just want to outlive LGD and Weibo. By doing so, that will get them to one of the biggest events of the year, so they cannot afford to go out in the early stage.
Got to be able to make it towards the end game if you want to win this tournament. TIANBA, now we're going to see them heading towards Yasnaya. And they've been taking full advantage of this position here, especially with that new loot truck. They have been getting well set up and have been putting in the work when it comes to Erangel. Now, the first zone does come on over. It looks like a very typical circle here, as the center of the zone is going to be in that ruins area. So, man, it's time to make it happen, Max. It's time to make it happen. Let's see who's going to be able to do it. Let me ask you this. Well, it's honestly going to be a really tough question, because, like, RRQ's comeback is just legendary, right? We got to talk about it. 46 points in 2 games is wild. I personally don't think that we're going to see another team down low on the leaderboards pull something like that off. Like, what do you think?
I mean, we've kind of seen it from D+, that last game, right? Got himself a bunch of eliminations. I feel like they're kind of pulling a similar play. It's just not 2 wins back-to-back, right? Which is it's kind of an extreme case scenario. But no, I feel like D+, especially with Nolbu, has a lot of potential of doing something similar. Then I feel like anyone below D+ Kia, I've seen enough where I can say quite confidently now that a comeback would have to be a miraculous run. D+ and above, those are the teams that really, for me, I am hopeful that they can bring a big game here throughout today's now remaining potential 5 matches, depending on how the Smash Zone really takes into effect. So yeah, I would say top 8 and above, only teams that really have a chance to do it. Even though you could say Al Ula is only was that 1 point away, All Gamers 3 points away, sure, but I'm just not sold. I'm a little bit uncertain right now, Hodrick. So yeah, top 8 above for me, those are the big names that we need to pay attention to when it comes to that first place conversation. What do you agree?
Absolutely. Oh, no, yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's obviously top 8. It's just always good to kind of keep those random thoughts in place here, because it's still early, right? I mean, it is match number 2. I think this game is going to pretty much end those conversations, like about us, even if I'm talking about mathematically possible, right? Because it is right now with 4 games left to go. If a team like Al Ula wins it again with 20 points, but yeah, if they don't get it here, in my opinion, it's 100% done.
Yeah. I mean, actually, we're looking at these positions on the rankings. Oh, no, gotta be careful there, KRX. You have a bit of an encounter with the RRQ. It's not going to result in any shots being taken just yet. It's just GemForce also proactively scouting ahead of this team, seeing where KRX are going, just so in Circle 2, they know where KRX could be located to avoid a potential crash by mistake. So that's some good information. But I'm actually wondering, because we see this circle, right? It's mainland. It's literally cutting off the bridge on the western side. I was wondering if we were going to see RRQ try and hold off Aurora. But no, they're not going for it. And I feel like that makes sense. I feel like some people wanted to see that happen, Hodrix. But the reason why I'm saying it makes no sense is because by doing so, you're taking a gamble early game. RRQ are literally tied with Aurora in 2nd place. You don't want to give an opportunity for Aurora to get in the Smasher in this game, because give them 4 points, they're up to 110. That would be a massive throw. So in this particular situation, I think it's a good idea that RQ don't commit to the bridge camp. If it was a team maybe low on the rankings that hasn't got anything to lose, like Weibo that dropped Promos, then maybe. But otherwise, I feel like that bridge camp is just not the best idea at this point of the game.
Yeah, not the best idea for sure. And I got to agree with you on that one.
But what if it was 4 Thrives?
Yeah, yeah. If it was 4 Thrives, there's a whole different story at this point.
Oh,
I wonder, man, what do you think, Max? Just guessing. What do you think if 4 Thrives were here? Where would they be on the leaderboards?
Bro, you want to get me in some drama right now?
Yeah.
RRQ, by the way, looking for a bit of a push on KRX. I would recommend to disengage. Just not worth it. Next.
So about 4 Thrives.
Before we talk, well, I forgot what we said. No, okay, 4 Thrives. I feel like I was very scared on their day 2 of the finals, and because of that, I feel like they would be in this top 5 conversation, right? I feel like they would be top 5. Though when it comes to encountering the Smash ruling, it was looking very scary against Ulf in PMGO Season 1. They would be top 5 right now. There you go. That's my answer.
Top 5.
Would they actually win it, though? I don't know, and I would even go and say maybe not, because it is a bit of a longer finals, and I feel like they might actually lose out on a few nice games. So yeah, but top 5 right now. What would you say?
I'd say first place. I think they're the best team in the world, right? They won the last game. They could win this one, right? But they're not here, so 0th place. That's what
0th.
0th, unfortunately.
With Weibo.
Yeah, with Weibo. Oh man, you hate to see it. I can't believe Weibo. I did not expect that at all. I expected big things from them, but yeah, 16th place in the finals. Way too much red at the bottom of the leaderboards here, but with a crazy lobby like this, you never know what's going to happen. And I'm proud of the teams that we have on top here. I mean, we've seen some great consistent gameplay from all of them. RRQ just came out of nowhere, and who knows who's going to win this next game. Influence Rage there, and Pachinki going to get that loot truck. They are all set up. Look at that, level 3 out of their mind.
Did they get 2 loot trucks? I feel because we were seeing some crates on the ground in front of the loot truck. I feel like they got 2 loot truck spawns, which multiple loot trucks can spawn on the same pathway. I feel like they got 2. So they might have P90s and stuff. So they were just waiting for the second one to come through. So, and the loot must be kind of insane. I want to see the POV of all the players. Top 6, 6x scope on the AUG, S12K, so Federal doesn't have it. It would be very unlucky you have 2 loot trucks and you don't get an airdrop weapon. That's a feels bad man moment.
Yeah. Those loot trucks, man, they really just make things happen for your squad. I'm just looking at this migration on this map as teams are just starting to center up big time here. 64 teams remaining, and this is going to be very typical. When you're in the final day, everybody is just playing this so careful. That's why we're not even seeing a lot of shots on teams while they're rotating. Just everybody just trying to find their position in this next circle and getting ready for it. Everybody, look at this. Everybody moved super quickly, so we're not seeing teams take any time here. Where is this next zone going to go? Almost all the spots in the center of it are already taken, but are we going to get a crazy hard shift? We're going to go to the northwestern side. Okay, so AURORA are in it. AURORA are going to have to find a cheeky rotation on in, possibly hugging the shoreline, going all the way up to South George, as all gamers are going to be coming in from north. But now shots are ringing out as AURORA are getting peppered.
Yep, it's going to be looking pretty good for LGD. They want to overtake Thunder Talk. That's going to be their main goal in these games. But AURORA just really, since their first day, I know I keep saying this as a negative, and it really is, but it goes to show their first day was just such an outlandish performance. And they just were unable to replicate it as Claws gets taken out, one of the bigger names. We got really hyped up on day 1, right, Hodge? Like Claws, Quick, oh my goodness, these guys are just completely crackling. Quick did great early on Rondo up against D+, but when it comes to team-wide performances, they're just not really hitting that same level in the PMMI finals. But you know what? At least it gives them experience for the next time we see a global event. Hopefully they can come a little bit more prepared, as we have now a hovercraft that spawns on water, literally on the tippy top of the world. It's on top of Everest. This is not their natural condition. They play around. This is not their natural environment. But yeah, the hovercraft is up here. This is a fun position to see it in.
It do be hovering. It do be hovering, and it is going to be keeping an eye on
Wait,
RRQ. Oh my gosh, there's 2 hovercrafts on Everest.
I mean, genuinely, if you're a team that's looking at Everest and you see the hovercraft, I beg you, just take one-tap shots and damage it and destroy it. The best way to get rid of a hovercraft is the moment you spot it, just spray it down. It doesn't matter if you're not going to get the elimination, just damage it as much as possible. And if they don't have the welding gun, that hovercraft is as good as gone in that game. So please eliminate it, because that hovercraft meta is very powerful in 2026.
Yes, it is. Sook gonna get a knock there onto RRQ. All right, and he's gonna get Lapar. Actually, AURORA is gonna steal that. Okay, so RRQ down to 3 players. Nongshim Red Force are down to 3 as well. So 2 teams in the top 5 hunting down that smash point are gonna be wounded going into this one. There's AURORA. Yeah, okay, yeah. So they are gonna be able to get into this next zone, but they're gonna try to find their spot. And everything is pretty much taken at this point.
It's a good play from RRQ, right? They see Weibo on the mountain. You know what? Not really worth it. Let's quickly reposition. I don't see that hovercraft anymore. I don't know if it was abandoned on the mountainside. If they did do that, unfortunately, that's one hovercraft pretty much out of the entirety of this match from a wrangle. As FURIA, you can see on the minimap doing a little bit of a leapfrog maneuver, trying to jump ahead of RRQ and even the entirety of Everest, though getting close to Ruins. There's going to be Influence Rage, and I also believe Nongshim Red Force. So they're just going to try and jump ahead. But the thing is, you've got to be careful. There's not many compounds nearby. So FURIA, you've got to commit to a push here or retreat back to Silence and Chief as the circle about to shift. Is it going to be south or north of the river? It's going to be right on the river once again. LGD's compound in particular, Hodgix, is looking so powerful, meaning teams are very committed to going for the breach if they have to.
This circle's so tough here. What is going on? Ayala doing a little bit of a backslide there with his vehicle. Mormon getting knocked there. We're starting to see the shots ring out. Yeah, FURIA just trying to find a way to hold on, possibly this bridge side, but that's what everybody wants. Oh, there's like squads all over the place. Nongshim Red Force getting beat up. All gamers, what is happening? The chaos ringed out immediately with the zone shift.
It makes sense, right? This is going to be a very valuable position. Always going to be the explosive bow used up. Are we going to see a pop up in the elimination feed very soon? Could be happening.
Come on.
Nongshim. Oh, this is not the way you want things to go down after such a strong last game here. The chicken dinner locked in almost on Rondo, and yet stolen away by RRQ. And now they go under the bridge and literally just hoping to survive. As one player, that is just not the best way to go, meaning this is going to be pretty much a non-game for them. 103, you needed, what is that, 13 points to get in the smash zone. Nongshim Red Force are just not going to make it happen this match.
Yeah, it ain't happening, that's for sure. RRQ are down to 3. Got a little glimpse of the map feed there. They're all the way on the south side. TIANBA are actually in a really damn good position here for the zone. And with on top of the leaderboards with 111 points, they are looking very, very set up. AURORA, man, just because of where they dropped, they had such a tough time getting in here, at least on time. And so they are down over by Ruins. They are still outside of the circle, but they have all 4 players up. All it takes is one good team fight to turn things in the green for them. But KRX battling it out there. Nice nade there from 33Z, throwing it down the mountain. Benny's going to try to get his revenge, and he almost does. 33Z getting peppered big time here. As QXZZ does get a knock there. Okay, so they should be able to get the reset.
Yeah, Sook joining up with a hovercraft in the distance, just trying to delay the engagement a little bit further so they can be back up as a 4-man's crew. But I like this. The KRX are willing to be aggressive from their position in leaderboards, 13th position, 60 points. You know what? Just to try and increase that prize pool, it would be good to see them take the fight, be a bit more aggro, because so far this event they've been very passive as a team. And that's going to be another piece of utility connecting on 33Z. You just can't catch a break. Toxie, ooh, I thought he was going to walk around that Molotov there for a split second. But the utility's looking pinpoint accurate from KRX. But Sook in a distance, sure, he's maybe not in CQC, but he's definitely got the ridgeline control, making sure they can't peek aggressively. But now they just flood over the rock side. Hoxie first of all, TRE, QXZ, Binny. Can they redeem it? The shots not quite connected. Has to swap over to the M4, and he's just dodging all the bullets. But Suki will get picked off eventually. And Sook in the background, getting surrounded. And E-Arena here, Hodgix, going for a third party, but so are AURORA.
Here comes AURORA. This is the perfect rotation for them. They found a way to get into a fight in this zone, and they are looking to third-party this and possibly get a ton of eliminations. Meanwhile, TRE getting down. KRX are out of there. Here comes Yol now, applying that pressure. Gets the knock on the Joker.
Yeah, you got 5 nades. The circle is favoring you. They have to cross you if they want to try and get to that play zone. So AURORA, don't overcommit. Don't over-peak it. Just play with your utility and you should be good. But you know what? Yeah, quick retreat, AURORA. They see the circle like, this is a little bit of a waste of time. Let's move back. Respectful play from AURORA against being so close to the smash zone. Got to be cautious as Top does get one tapped. Can they get him back up?
They can, but that's going to delay their rotation so bad.
It allows the arena to fight them too. Ooh.
Yeah, that was the rough knock right there. That literally just like slashed AURORA's plans. Deerin just, wow, applying pressure. I'm surprised RRQ are paying so much attention to this. Like, they need to focus on getting into zone. It's 5 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what they do.
I mean, if they flushed out top, they might be like, oh, it's AURORA. Let's push it. Right? But, they only have 3 players, so maybe they'll want to play a little bit slower here to just make their way into the zone. E-Arena, good move. They see top struggling to get knocked and also get rezzed, so they're trying to go for swift exit. A quick Western rotate. I do enjoy it as Top here with a Mini 14, just trying to get more damage to become your tournament MVP, but they just make it way too far out of range, so those taps are going to be really hard to connect as they make it over to the bridge, but so do Al-Ula for that wide Western rotate. But AURORA need to pivot now. Hot Jukes, most of the positions in the zone are taken up. AURORA has to go for a crash here to get a playable position.
Yep, they're going to have to make a play. They're going to have to fight their way in, and that's honestly what they do best. But, oh, the hardest thing about that is you got to be able to even get there. So let's see if they're able to make this rotation. They're going to be going down this bridge here. Doc going to stop, going to try to get some room for his team. I like that. So Doc is going to be that counter position, and the rest of the team driving on up here. Are they going to be able to make it to this hill? No, they're not. Reefus popping out the vehicle.
Schweppes, instant respect, not willing to compete against Aurora, but that's going to be Reefus knocked out. In a very hard position to get the reset here because so many teams are just looking your direction, and teams also going for a bit of a wide rotation. E-Arena, Hyunbin also there for Nocturne Red Bulls. No place is safe to the west. Sure, it's a decent mountain, but it's not in zone. They got about a minute to play here. Otherwise, they need to push up. So Aurora, you got to be quick, or you eliminate everyone, or you push in the zone. You just don't have many options here. You need to be quick about it.
Hyunbin is right behind him. There's Nongshim Red Force. Oh, but he is going to go into the blue zone there. So Aurora doing a great job of leapfrogging. This is a very difficult game, but they are executing it the best they possibly can. Or pretty much anybody can right there. Having Doc on the back line, applying pressure. Oh, what'd you see?
This is terrible. Look at that. Aurora almost out. RRQ down to single player. Nongshim Red Force just one player. The big teams at the very top that are looking to make their way into the Smash Zone, Hodrix, is just not panning out as Hyunbin gets top. What a play as a solo, dipping right into the water, hoping to dodge those incoming bullets. Ziol Doc, though, can they redeem as a duo as E-Arena leapfrog their position? But again, many teams look in their direction. I feel like surviving here is going to be tough. Quick is going to be in that shit, not playable position. Where are they going to send it?
Just trying to find a way into this next zone. They do end up in this next circle. The next one will pop right now as well. So let's see where they decide to go here. They're going to be passing up Sitting, but it does look like they are able to make it to safety.
For now, we'll see if that's going to be rewarded with Circle 5. Actually, it goes hard to the western edge, so that shed of Quick was going to be in the zone. I'm sure they wish they went for that position instead, away from all these teams. But TIANBA, any elimination secured on E-Arena is going to get them one step closer to that Smash Zone. They're hoping for it, as Quick now going to get a straight-up huge defense play onto Schweppes. As QZ just going to try and third party from a distance. But Al-Ula, the dream is still not dead. 81 points. If you can make it a little bit further, you get some placement points. Who knows what the MENA team can do.
32 players remaining. This zone has just been so brutal. Okay, now Quick in trouble. Joker up close and personal, getting peppered, but Quick, never mind, shuts that down and getting another elimination for his squad.
Maybe Aurora are happy they didn't crash it.
Right.
Because Quick is, again, he's clutching it up every single game, it feels like. Never underestimate Quick. Otherwise, he will make sure you remember his name. Doc, as you could see in the elimination feed, he just got taken out, and so do the entirety of Aurora. They remain on 106 points. That's a 0-point match for Aurora Hotchukes. They couldn't afford when all the teams below them are so close to that Smash Zone.
Unreal. Now TIANBA, 0 points so far, but they have all four up, and they have the north side. So you could just see them poised, ready to go, and finally start getting active here. As all like the mid upper teams have been eliminated. There's just all the squads with 4 up are going to be pretty much at the bottom of the leaderboards minus TIANBA. But this zone has just been so chaotic. It makes sense why everybody is so damaged just trying to get into this next one. Little boy, yeah, just trying to snake it out for his team on the south side. And there's TIANBA. Let's see how they're able to make things happen here against Thunder Talk.
Oh, did I see an MG3 there for TIANBA? I feel like I did. Oh my goodness. Of course, makes sense. They drop in Yasnaya Polyana. They get 1, maybe 2 loot trucks, meaning they could get some airdrop weapons. So that weapon could really make the difference here up against Thunder Talk. That not willing to take that smoke realistically. They got the vehicles here, thinking what their next move is going to be. They do have a few options, maybe crashing on the garage of S2G or even Cube compound of LGD. TIANBA also looking at the western side of the circle. Really good off angle from Eagle. Just getting a bit of insight. Making sure they don't get surrounded by maybe all gamers or FURIA as they cross the bridge side. So TIANBA, just again, their map awareness is just top tier. Playing fully around their information. But here, as Thunder Talk get closer, maybe it would be a good time for Eagle to regroup to take this fight in a 4v3.
So quiet right now. And that's because it's only stage 5, but this zone was so chaotic that we lost so many teams. So now everybody just waiting for this next circle. Nobody trying to get into a crazy engagement. They do not want to get third-partied. Lauren's in, gets taken out to the play zone there. And Influence Rage. Oh, yeah, getting beat up as they try to hit this shoreline. S2G doing a great job at gatekeeping them. This next zone is going to go ahead and pop, and it goes up to the north there. And Lil Boy eliminated. That's Influence Rage out.
Basically a non-game, also no placement points. But now we do get to top 8, meaning placement points will be going the way of all of these teams. And TIANBA, you know what? Because they get at least 1 placement point, that means they need at least 4 more total points that can get in eliminations. In placement points, it does not matter. And actually, when it comes to the center of the circle, TIANBA do have priority. It's going to be QZ that's holding a really solid rock here on the front line. The only real threat to their position would be ThunderTalk. I'm going to say it right now, Hardtrix, I believe if ThunderTalk get eliminated, TIANBA making the smash zone because that's the only real threat to their game here on Erangel. As Sitting, constantly scouting ahead with his vehicle, trying to get a bit more insight. And actually putting their focus onto S2G, so I feel like this fight, if it happens fully, that might be the win, headed the way of TIANBA.
AJ getting some nice impressive shots, but they're going to see S2G push on up, but AJ shuts them down. We're seeing some other teammates, though. Yeah, look at that. LGD actually stealing some of those eliminations. And then here comes Sitting, roaring on over to his squad. But is it too late? And it looks like it's going to be. That's ThunderTalk out of there.
Yeah, LGD, good third party here from this compound. Up to 8 eliminations. Makes sense. I mentioned it literally on like circle 2 or 3. That compound is just an absolute godsend if you can play there the entirety of the match. So, well done execution-wise. S2G, ThunderTalk, pretty much out of the entirety of this match. Not going to get much done. But up the top of the rankings really is doable for RRQ. If they can keep snaking their way in here for GenFoss, it would be massive. But, of course, looking at the circle, they have to push in the water. The LGD, they're looking at every bush, every rock and tree to make sure no stragglers can survive. But TIANBA, he got himself 1 placement. But actually, that's going to be 2 placement points now with that 1 extra elimination. I think TIANBA, it's done. I feel like unless a massive throw happens, TIANBA will reach 116 points this game.
Yeah, they're looking just so rock solid here. They've kept everybody up, and now they're starting to put some eliminations on the board. RRQ not able to go for the triple win, as they only have 1 player up left, but everybody's just so hurt. Just trying to get into this end zone here. FURIA, gotta have to make a play. Maple's got that nade. Airburst is good. Catches Silence and even peppers up Chief. But he's got a nade of his own. Oh, this cancels it. Thought he had it. Now Maple going for the shots, and that is FURIA gone.
Yeah, good play there. Chief still able to survive for quite a long period of time, but it's not going to be the win up against All Gamers. All Gamers finally showing signs of life on these finals games. So making it now to the lower bridge section. That's going to allow them to get a good transition point. And realistically, the big 3 teams you've got to pay attention to in this game is going to be All Gamers, LGD, and TIANBA. It's going to be a 3-way finals for the Chinese teams in this game. The circle, the next shift, you still got 2 more shifts here. Circle 7 and 8. As GenFoss made it to the water, which I really did not expect, Hot Jukes. And this could actually allow them to push just ahead of AURORA. Pretty much already happened because he is making in top 4. They're going to get placement points. If he can actually get to top 2... whew, RQ could be really back in a position where they can take the trophy away from AURORA and TIANBA.
GenFoss, just a straight snake in the water. But yeah, good luck here now. The zone going up north. TIANBA looking ready for this one. This looks like a chicken dinner in the books here for the team on top of the leaderboards. This could be the game that secures their championship here. Let's see what they could do, as they are looking locked at this point to be able to at least reach into that smash zone. But even then, even if we don't see a smash finish, these points are so critical, as all the teams at the South are going to have to battle it out. Yeah, there's no way TIANBA loses this, right?
I mean, normally, I said that about D plus Kia early on Rondo, and they lost it, so you really never know. It depends on who pulls the trigger first. But even if TIANBA don't get the win here, it's all about those points. If we don't get a smash at the end of the day, it's going to be down to natural points, as OG Esports would go here for PUBG Mobile. As All Gamers going for a little bit of a wider rotation now on the road, trying to play this ridge, which really is not playable because LGD has a direct line of sight onto you. Yeah, of course, your car is going to get absolutely wrecked to smithereens. All Gamers here, I feel like, kind of gave up on a potential win because that position, completely unplayable, especially headed into Circle 8.
And we hadn't talked about All Gamers a lot. This could have been a good one for them here. If they win this one somehow, that'll actually put them, it should actually put them in a really good position to try to make it happen. But now with those nades, LGD pressuring them, it is not looking good.
Unfortunately, it does make sense. LGD, they know your cars are in no working condition. They're getting nade range. Actually, a lot of those nades
that's
barely
good.
miss out on Flower.
Goodbye.
That's a good one. Is it going to get the double? It puts Flower and Maple extremely low. But look at TIANBA from a distance trying to get the nade. Can they steal it? They get one onto Flower H. It's down to Maple on All Gamers. Can he get the resale on his teammate? I don't think so, as QZ just wants to become the MVP. The day comes out. It's an airburst, but it does not connect.
Just a little too overcooked, but it's LGD going to get the last of that one and put some points on the board. But oh, wait, no, TIANBA got it? What's going on here? This is crazy. You got TIANBA with 113. Genfoss peeking out, but just a little bit too late. The blue zone doing the damage. And now it's LGD versus TIANBA.
It was like, it was a guy there and disappeared. I swear, guys, I didn't hallucinate. It was really a player out in the blue zone. The LGD, good spray, connecting from Milu. I mean, yeah, look at the circle. There is no way LGD can bring this one back in the smoke. Few more one-taps coming out. A little burst, making sure he cannot exit that wizard tower. And even, yes, come on, one bullet. There you go. And the fact it's especially in the way of QZZ is just terrible for top because he is really looking to climb back up in #1 position here on the MVP rankings.
TIANBA looking to take it all at this point. I mean, they got the zone. Everything just went right for this team in this game. And there you go. That's another elimination for QZZ and some more damage as well. Rest of LGD. What do you do if you're LGD at this point? Like, do you go for the 2v4 or do you just try to deny?
I feel like you just try and crash a rock of a solo player, maybe on QZZ. Actually, you just send it there and try and play off the back of it because it is stage 8, so they don't have a lot of time to work with. But this would be the best play, sending on one player, trying to overwhelm with your 2 players, and then hopefully you don't take any casualties, which is what they're going to be doing. It's Mau on the front line, leaving Apple behind. Not the way I was expecting it to go down, but he does get a bit more of extra elevation. But as you can see on the minimap, he still is not in the play zone, and like TIANBA, they're comfortably here in that playable area.
Well, here comes the utility usage. Mau might not even get an opportunity to hit those shots. All it takes is one nade to do it, and they are trying to hunt him down. Not able to hit the mark just yet, so Eagle, you're going to have to use that Eagle Eye here to get these last 2 eliminations. They need every single one they can get. Now, TIANBA in the vehicle, going to start making some moves here. As a triple, cannot afford to get blasted out. Here comes the MG3, though. They do end up getting there in time. That's one player done. One more left to go. Right out in the open. Goodbye, TIANBA. Get the chicken dinner and have reached the smash zone.
It's a double MG3 elimination to wrap it up. I'm loving it out here, but as you said, TIANBA indeed will lock in their position as the first squad to go in the smash zone. And now, if they get a single chicken dinner during the rest of today's games, they will be crowned your Macau Invitational champions, taking away the flame from Weibo. And you can see ecstatic after that win. But you know what? The fact that they got that win now, can they do it back-to-back? Because back-to-back wins, we saw it's hard. RQ did it. Can TIANBA make it happen on the second Durango?
Oh, man. All it takes is one more, guys. If TIANBA win any game here on out, this tournament is over. They are your PUBG Mobile Macau Invitational 2026 Grand Finals champions. And we will see them lift the trophy, and whoever's below them gets second place. And after that game, Aurora going out early, I believe second place could be RRQ. We'll see. Or we're not sure who will be in second place, but it's going to be pretty dang close. But what a way to start things off here.
I love that I said, attention, a team has passed the smash zone. 116 points, and it is TIANBA. Red alert.